Okay, movement number 7 of the Tai Chi 24 form is called grasp the sparrow's tail. So the way you do it, okay, let's do movement number 6 to finish. So from here, that's number 6, and then into this move. Right, first you hold the ball, okay, step out with your left heel, okay, and hands open, forward and backward. Okay, and next, okay, hands get closer and pull, turn the body. Okay, and then press forward. Okay, left hand, palm facing myself, and right hand, palm facing left of my body. Okay, and then pull back and push forward. So that's the left side. And then the right side, by turning the heel, okay, hold the ball and pull the ball towards your center line and bring the right foot back and step out on your right heel. Okay, shift weight forward, palms open, and then left hand go forward, meet the right hand, and then pull back, shift weight to the left foot, and then press forward, shift the weight forward. From here, hands cross, and then pull back, and then pushes forward. Now I'm going to talk about the applications for this movement, right? So when you think about this movement, really there are 4 movements, right, or forces. So in Tai Chi Chuan, it's called Peng, Lü, Ji, An. Okay, and if you look at those 4 movements, right, the first 2 movements are very similar to some of the movements from earlier, right? So for example, Peng is just like the part the wild horses mean, right? Okay, now Lü repels the monkey. Lü, right? So therefore, Peng and Lü, we already talk about the techniques involved, right? And so the other 2 moves, Peng, Lü, Ji, press, and An, push. Okay, so we have to think about the techniques, right? And from here, when we think about Ji, okay, and Ji, we cannot work with the movement just like this, okay, without modifying it, because it means that when you try to block a punch and you try to do this, okay, yeah, you can apply the force, but that's under the condition is that your opponent, the person that you work with, allows you to apply the force, right? So if I'm already in this position, right, and I can try to apply this force, that's fine. But then I'm not dealing with punches, right? So it's like, you know, it's not a realistic scenario, right? Realistic scenario is like working with punches, right? He's attacking me, right? He's attacking me, right? How do you get the Ji force into it? Okay, so the way you get that force into it is by when he throws a punch, you really have to close in. So turn the body. Right. Punch. You have to try to close in all the way. Okay, if you don't try to close in all the way, right, punch and punch, yeah, faster, right, faster, right, I'm already getting hit, right, because I'm trying to apply the G and he's attacking me, right, so it's already, boom, getting hit before you can apply the G. So to apply your movement, it means that you have to close off his arm, his body into this position. So this way, he's not able to throw the other punch. So from this angle, right? So when you throw that punch, I have to close you out of the way. Okay, if I don't close you out of the way, boom, 1, 2, boom. Right, so you have to make sure that there's no room here for him to throw the other punch. So from this angle again. So here, boom, getting hit. And then punch again. You see the difference? Okay, I'm still applying the same entry technique of this. Cross the arms, cross the hands. But the difference from earlier is that earlier, I'm making the block a lot smaller. Right? Now to close off completely his attack mechanism and his structure, I need to go all the way in. So it means that slow motion, this punch comes, I'm just parrying a little bit and bring the other hand all the way in. So now the cross is not just here, but it's a more extended cross. You see, more extended cross. Okay, now once I'm able to block off his attack mechanism and control his structure, then I can step in and then I can apply the G force. Okay, let's do it from this angle. So slow motion. So attack, slower, even slower. So back off a little bit. Okay, slow motion, I block, right? Not only block, but I cross the arm, but more extended block. Okay, and then I step in with my left foot. Okay, and from here, I still make sure that his arm is here, right? So there's barricade, you know, and then I can apply this G force. Right, let's do it again from this angle. So slow motion, 1, 2, step in, 3, and then apply the G force. Okay, so that's G, and from G you also have N, right? G, N. G and N, they're similar, but there's some differences. Okay, so again, to apply the N, you cannot just say punch comes, boom. Okay, that's fine with a cooperating person. Okay, but he's not cooperating. He's attacking me, boom. So before I even apply N force, boom, I get hit already. So your N cannot be open extended. That's based on some push hands, right? If we're doing some push hands, right? Push hands, push hands, push hands, and then, yeah. Right, that could be applying the N force, right? So from here, when he's pushing, you just redirect a little bit, and then you bring the force back. So you're drawing his force in, and you bring that force back again. Right, so from here, and he pushes, and I pull, and then I bring the force back. That's N force. But that's in such specific setting, condition, that you can apply the force. But more realistically, you cannot receive that force and redirect in such way. Yeah, the action is just too fast and too much body mass to deal with, like such punch. Yep, right. Yeah, it just wouldn't work. Right, so instead, you have to make the N a lot smaller. Right, not just the upper body, but also the footwork. Okay, so which means slow. I block, Okay, if I try to apply the and move from here, boom, I get hit, right? So which means I need to really go into it, not go into his center line directly. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Yeah, the punch is here, the elbow is here. So instead, I enter from the sideway. So that requires getting this punch out of the way. Now, for you to enter sideway, you're not trying to get the punch out like this, right? That's not good. Step back a little bit. So punch, attack, punch, attack. Right. Yeah, you cannot get his hand out of the way. That creates opening for you. So instead, use his hand, his arm as the barricade. Right, if you want to use his hand, his arm as the barricade, it means that when the punch comes, you have to make sure that arm stays there. Right, so you go under it,